Squawk to all you fellow sorrowers. Here we go again. So Mr. Magpie's back on the attack.
Coronavirus vaccine has shown to be highly effective. Britain's Oxford University and its pharmaceutical partners AstraZeneca have published the preliminary results from last.
Okay, do you see the genetic strain next to the name? Let's have another look. Yeah, green for the heart chakra, what they're attacking.
Another coronavirus vaccine has shown to be highly effective.
Lucy Hawkins. Well, to hock is to sell. Okay. So, what's Lucifer selling us today?
Britain's Oxford University and its pharmaceutical partners
You see it, right? Okay. Sex. So genetics, yellow. It's in yellow. So that's your sex, which is genes. Okay. AstraZeneca? Maybe Zensa. Okay. Car. I did know car. It's an Egyptian thing, I believe. Astra, yeah, okay, because they are playing out the stars, okay. And most of these, they can switch dimensions too, you know. But we'll get to that later. The big red thing, they love doing the big red circle, because again, it's visualization psychology. It puts it back into the brain of all the NPCs. Oh, fucking China. Here we go. Look what they did. Yeah, it was them, wasn't it? Like that silly bastard that I did a video on the bus to work. Remember? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Zen. Yeah. So again, it's to do with your consciousness. Okay, they're trying to take the Zen out. Yeah. Disconnect you from the creator. And from any sense of faith, hope, or belief. Just like the volunteer said, I feel completely cut off from God, from love. There is no love left in me. Yeah. Well, there is in you and there is in me. Let's keep it that way.
AstraZeneca have published the preliminary results from large-scale trials, and they show their vaccine is 70% effective at protecting people from the disease. But in a subgroup of volunteers who received a half dose followed by a full dose, the effectiveness rose to 90%. In the last few...
So they make it sound like it's still just one dose. A half dose with a full dose... Fucking hell, you can have more of it in you than blood. Do you see what I'm saying?
Pfizer and BioNTech and Moderna published their results, which said that their two-dose vaccines were 95% effective. However, the...
Moderna, we did Pfizer, didn't we? It's to act. Yeah. And Moderna, okay, so modern, of course, which is also modem, or the mode, yeah? What mode is it going to put you in, okay? Because Moderna is the mother. That's right. Lilith.
Vaccine, it's cheaper and easier to store than the other two vaccines, since it can be stored at...
No, don't trip up on your lies, love. Come on. They're listening to you. Let's hope they're not hearing you. Yeah. Doesn't it make you question if a vaccine is worth getting over the others because it's cheaper? Like they're trying any way they can. Yeah, it's like the tentacles of the AI system. Yeah, the parasitic consciousness, the tendrils. It doesn't matter which spike of the tendril you choose, because it's got its fingers in all the pies: religion, education, warfare, whatever. As long as you choose one of them, same religion, just choose one of them, right? It's got you. So as long as you choose one of these vaccines, it's got you. But you got a vaccine that's cheaper than the others and can be stored in the fridge. When they say cheaper, I don't think they're talking about money. I think they mean it's cheaper, like the less effort, you know. If it's that easy, do you know what I mean? It's like... It's holy water, essentially, isn't it? Unholy water.
Temperature. Andrew Pollard is head of the Oxford Vaccine Group. He's been telling us about the success of his vaccine.
We're really pleased with these results.
Right, so you've got the steps up on that map there. You see the levels, the degrees, Freemasonic. Okay. I don't know what's going on in that portrait behind him. It doesn't let me get it up, unfortunately. I can see enough. I'm sure you can too. Yeah, they like putting all these big, thick books on vaccines up on the shelf there. Like they've really done their homework. Yeah? They have, but not on the vaccine. It's on you.
We found is that overall in the trials across the UK and Brazil, we've managed to prevent about 70% of infections. But importantly, in people who were vaccinated with the new coronavirus vaccine, no one was hospitalized or had severe disease. So that sort of 70% of figure is giving us an idea about the overall protection, including the mild infections. And intriguingly, in one of the groups that we had, where we gave a half dose of the first dose and then a full dose, we saw 90% protection. And so that suggests that we've got a regimen of vaccinating that might allow a lot more doses to be used, because we only need half a dose for the first one, and yet we're seeing even higher protection. And there's also a really...
See the blinds? You see the blinds, yeah. You see them, don't you? Well, if you see them, you're not blind, you see. But they think you are, which is why they always show you the symbolism of the blinds.
Interesting hint in the data that regimen is also able to reduce asymptomatic.
Okay, well, I'll tell you about mirror numbers. You see the 131? Okay. So, that would be 13 one way, it'd be 13 the other. You see? It'd also be 3 11s, which is 33. 13 being number of Fiacus. Okay? 101 is your duality.
Infection. And if that's the case, it might allow us to get to a point where we can halt the virus in its tracks and it can't transmit from person to person. So I think this is very exciting news. There's obviously going to be a lot more data to come over the next month or so. But
let's have a quick chat on transmitting and transmission from person to person. There was a time when you and I could do that with each other, and there will be a time again when we can do that again. They can do the same, which is why I mentioned it. Tares do this, they can do that. They can, the same way, schools of fish communicate or flocks of birds. Again, this isn't my information, give credit where it's due. I was reading a comment, someone on Bill's website, and yeah, it hit me in the face. How obvious that is. But yeah, they can communicate the same way that they have that archontic influence, which is why they're always blinking when they're giving their reports, or they just keep their eyes shut for a good couple of seconds as they're speaking, which nobody does, of course. Not when you're giving all this really highly ineffective information out. Yeah, they can do it with each other. They can communicate because they've got it inside them already. Okay?
As a first interim look at the data, I think this is incredibly positive that we have a vaccine that could be distributed using the normal immunization systems through fridges around the world. And because it's a partnership that we set up with AstraZeneca that's not for profit, it's going to be affordable everywhere that we can get it.
Andrew Pollard, who can't keep the smile off his face, with me is our global health...
No, he can't, can he? And neither can you. None of them can. You know why? Because they are so excited. They're wet for this shit, okay? They're rock hard to watch you die, okay? You won't just die. This is the thing, okay? It's not going to just wipe you out. They need you. They need us. We're food, okay? They need our loosh. They need our low vibration. But what they're going to do, they're going to kill you inside. They're going to cut you off, okay? It's all about genetics. It's all about genesis.
Correspondent Naomi Grimley. We've still got lots of questions about this, Naomi, but just...
Right, talking of giddy schoolgirlness, all right, watch this one. This is what I'm chatting about. And when she shuts up, right, when she shuts her mush, watch her mush, okay? Watch her face, and you'll see it's all a facade, all of it. Not the laughing, that's real, but the words mean fuck all. They mean nothing, okay? These things are dead inside, all right? Watch her aura turn completely black when she stops talking, right? And how fake her response is, how giddy they get, the dopamine, the psychopathy.
Start with, what great news.
Yes, absolutely. And bear in mind that the Food and Drug
It's like, whoa! Fuck, you know? Ugh.
Face. With me is our global health correspondent, Naomi Grimley. We've still got lots of questions about this, Naomi, but to start with, what great news.
Yes, absolutely. And bear in mind that the Food and Drug Administration in the US was getting ready to approve vaccines that had only 50.
All right, more linguistic programming. When people say things like bear in mind, or here's one for you. Okay, say I said, okay, well, accept the fact that's one they use a lot. Accept the fact. Okay, so if I say, yeah, I'm having a good day, accept the fact that accept the fact that I know I'm better, right? It sounds like you're saying you've had better days, but you're not. What you're saying is, yeah, I've had a good day, accept the fact that I know I'm better. Accept, you're telling it's a command. Accept the fact that you know that I am better. You see? You see that, right? You hear it, right? Same thing. Bear that in mind. They're telling you. What I'm about to tell you, what I'm telling you, bear it. Bear it in your mind. Allow it to seep in. Okay? So, who of my magpie pupils have noticed her dress? Yeah, that's right. That's right. You're blue, you're pink, you're yellow, you're divine feminine. That's why they always have the women wearing it. Them colours.
50%
Even the men.
efficacy. So to hear that there's one that has overall efficacy of 70% and maybe up to 90% is another good day in this crisis.
What are the implications for the developing world?
You see that? You see it all just fall away. You see it? Look at that aura. Let's do it again. As soon as she stops talking. Yeah, that is an anomaly.
That has overall efficacy of 70% and maybe up to 90% is another good day in this crisis.
What are the implications
Go
for
on.
the developing world, given we've just heard
And as soon as she stops, you see the membrane eyelids. Yeah? Particularly on the right eye.
For efficacy of 70% and maybe
Excitement brings it out. Excitement and anxiety.
up to 90% is another good day in this crisis.
What are the implications for
See
the
it?
developing world, given we've just heard it's cheaper to produce and more importantly, you can store it in the fridge?
Indeed.
Indeed. So you see the glass half full thing? They always do this. Always on the left side, never the right. Why don't she not thirsty? The one on the right, she not a bit parched? No. Oh no. No. It's always on the left. There's a reason for that too. It's glass half full. Because they've done half the work. Yeah. Not going on about COVID anymore, are they? It's all vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. It's the other half. The duality. Yeah.
That's really important because one of the big worries with Pfizer and Moderna is that they were going to need special
With Pfizer and Moderna. You see the purple in the back there? Yeah. Okay.
carrying boxes and
making
special
sure.
freezers to get it around the world. And of course, when you're trying to get it to hard to reach communities, particularly in hot countries, that is problematic. The big plus with
So why are you smiling over it then? If it's so hard to get it to the people that need it most, who probably won't be able to get it the most, why are you smiling? It's so simple, right? But people still won't see it till it's too
boxes
late.
and special freezers to get it around the world. And of course, when you're trying to get it to hard to reach communities, particularly in hot countries, that is problematic. The big plus
Stop
with
smiling.
Oxford AstraZeneca is they will be able to piggyback on food and drink.
Piggyback is another one they love to use. They've been doing this a lot recently. Piggyback. Okay, piggyback. So again, remember I told you that they're going to use a lot of vocabulary that is associated with being sick, being ill, viruses. Yeah. So pig, swine flu. Okay. All right, they do another one in a minute. I think it's on this one, where they allude to bird flu. Okay, they're going to keep doing this. All right, that's what that is. Piggyback. Okay, swine flu. It's also a shout out to the Archons. Okay, because they entered that of pigs in the Bible, okay? Before Jesus flushed them out by sending them into the sea. It's something along the lines, but what you need to know is it's the vocabulary that they're trying to use here, okay? To just, again, program you that you're sick, you're ill. You're not, but you will be if you have this vaccine.
Logistics, if you like. So already organisations like UNICEF and the WHO are talking to those distribution chains and working out how they can use them to good effect.
So how quickly will it be available?
How they can use you to good effect. Remember, they're always speaking in the spiel of production, okay? Because they can't create. The only way they can produce is through destruction. So when they speak like that, they're speaking about you and me. Okay? We're the product. How can they use us to the best effectiveness?
Well, that's really difficult to put a finger on at the moment. Here in the UK, we're told that the first 4 million doses could be available by the end of the year. But when we're talking about developing countries, it'll be a much bigger logistical operation. The good thing, again, though, is that Oxford and AstraZeneca have already done deals with
Remember, it reflects their lifestyle, the words they use, their vocabulary. Yeah? Hard to put a finger on. So there's your Bowfinger stuff. They always have to keep, reminding themselves or being reminded, because they ain't got many brain cells, that there's certain hand gestures and whatnot that have to be executed on time and in time to what they're saying, to energise what they're saying. Okay, so yeah, finger down to just a Bowfinger thing. Operation, interesting word to use. Operation, yeah. This psychological operation that they're pulling on us again. Once again,
India also manufactures in places like Brazil, so it's already being made, and as soon as it gets approval, it can be used.
And in terms of the difference between...
Can means will, okay? That's why they say that. You won't have a choice. They just want you to think you do at the moment. You do, don't worry, you do. But they don't want you to think, they don't want you to know that you do, they want you to think you do now. Okay? Because then you won't prepare.
This vaccine and others, Andrew there was just talking about the lower levels of asymptomatic infection in one group. We didn't hear that about the other two vaccines.
No, that's right. Oxford's done this particular monitoring of asymptomatic.
Okay, so now they're going to try to manoeuvre your sense of safety towards the cheaper vaccine, okay? Because it's just going to be easier to get. You know, anything doing money when it comes to organic portals, whatever's cheaper, it's still going to go for. So now they're saying, okay, well, here's the good points to this more than the other two. All right, the other two are still there, but this is a little offshoot, isn't it? Okay, it's like the equivalent of Texas rattlesnake venom to the black mamba venom. Still venom.
Cases in its huge trials, and they do think it helps dampen down the infection.
Yep, there's your divine feminine on the lanyard once again.
Infectiousness of this disease and prevent infection.
2222. Okay. So what's 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2? Or better yet, what's 22 plus 22? 44. Chaos. An 8 for your Ouroboros. Oh. Yeah, an advert come up for some reason. Sorry about that.
That's really important because all along in this crisis, the big problem has been it flies beneath the radar, if you like. You and I could be going out for a drink and not realise that we're actually infecting each other.
Okay, there's so much.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, that says Ma just above his head. Yeah? Because this vaccine is going to affect your head. It's going to cut off certain synapses. Okay? And it's going to create artificial ones. So you're linked to the Ma. Yeah? The three Ma-sons. That's why it's there. Ma, the mother. Okay?
Good news we've just discussed. What are the uncertainties still?
Otherwise, why would they cover it up to just them 2 letters? Okay.
What don't we know now?
The big uncertainty with all 3 of the vaccines we've heard about so far is how long we get protection.
Okay, so what are the main symptoms you're going to feel? Soreness, headaches, and feverish side effects. Sounds a little bit like COVID, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I wonder where they got the idea for that then. Because once you feel these, you won't know either way, right? Headaches is the bit you want to be focusing in on, brothers and sisters. Headache. It's all about the heads. At the moment it is. It is for them.
In a previous...
Remember, they're trying to attack the heart because they don't know how. The head's a whole nother ballpark. Whole nother animal. Yeah?
vaccine for MERS, that's Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, it lasted a year. So we don't know whether it will be as good as that or less so.
A vaccine developed.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to do them in little short ones, okay? Hopefully they'll spread better. Please forgive that pun. Love you all, and I will see you very soon, whether it be on the inside or the outside. It'll most certainly be on the other side of the cube.